Huh. Resident Evil 4 is a landmark horror action title, introducing a behind-the-shoulders camera angle that has inspired an entire generation of third-person shooters. You play as Leon S. Kennedy, an agent for the American government. Ashley Graham, the president's daughter, has been kidnapped by a strange cult in the middle of rural Spain. When Leon arrives, he finds that the townsfolk have been afflicted with a strange disease, turning them into zombie-like maniacs. Is Leon a bad enough dude to rescue the president's daughter? There are 5 chapters, each with 3 to 5 sub-chapters within them. The goal, since this is a mostly linear experience, was to complete them all, and the mission was a resounding success. More after the live reaction highlights. What's going on?
Resident Evil 4.
Thank you. I've done that joke many, many times, so I have nothing now.
It was right before I was to take on my duties of protecting the president's daughter when she was abducted.
Yes, thank you, Leon.
That's the ultimate reason I'm in this lonely and rural part of Europe. According to our intelligence, there's reliable information about a sighting of a girl that looks very similar to the president's daughter. Apparently, she's being withheld by some unidentified group.
I get it!
Who would have
President's
thought that
daughter
the
has been
first job
kidnapped, and
would
I'm
be
a bad
rescue
enough
mission?
dude to save her. Let me save her already! Okay. What is that? What is that? Yes, please. A hand grenade sounds nice in a situation like this. Although why there are hand grenades in a peaceful little village, I have no idea. Oh, and there's a shotgun too. Yes. Yes, I could use a shotgun. By exploring, I mean raid every single house until we're bored. What is this? What is this house? What is this house's purpose? There's nothing in it. Who lives here? What's it used for? What does it store? I mean, this house at least has some handgun ammo and a picture. Okay. Was that... Well, if that house were meant for the prisoner, though, then... God, I don't know. That house still weirds me out. There has to be something in there. A house with nothing in it just has no purpose. So you guys just gonna stay in there? I wonder... Let's do some science. Nope, doesn't work. I love how it kind of speeds up there, like it's an old slapstick movie. So what's gonna happen first? Is he gonna get dissolved, or is he gonna get eaten by piranhas, or... Whoa, okay! That's a pretty big piranha, but whatever. We can do it. Right, Leon? Right? We got this, right? Oh, not liking the looks of this. Whoa, it has multiple tongues. Well, thank God I landed squarely flat on the ocean. Or the lake. Oh, no. Oh, okay. I guess we're going for a ride. So is that it? Was that the fight? That was pretty underwhelming. Whoa, red eyes. That's no good. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. That's not that... But you can still talk. Oh, hey! It's that dog I rescued.
Hey, it's that dog.
I just said that. Na 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 na. Da 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 da. Feels more like a Zelda game than it does a friggin' zombie game. I can't say it feels anything like a Resident Evil game because I've never played a Resident Evil game before.
I was starting to wonder when you might notice us.
Who are you?
Me llamo Ramon Salazar, the 8th Castellan of this magnificent architecture.
What?
I have been honored with a prodigious power from the great Lord Sadler. I've been expecting you, my brethrens.
No thanks, bro.
My, we've got a feisty one.
Leon's just rolling with
For
this?
your own well-being.
There's a
I
midget that
suggest you
runs this whole
surrender yourself
operation?
And simply become our husband.
Dressed as
Or
friggin'
Mr.
Napoleon
Scott,
Bonaparte?
You can give us the girl because you're not worth a penny, I'm afraid. You can die.
Okay.
I'm never turning into one of them. Never.
Got that right. We'll find a cure.
Well, I mean, there's already gonna be 2 more sequels, so we know we're gonna live.
I'm fine. Leave me alone.
Ashley, wait!
Ah, go figure.
Ashley!
What's going on?
Oh, that's some Scooby-Doo shit.
Leon!
Hey!
I got it.
Uh-oh. Well, you don't got it now.
Lewis!
Quick, grab it! Grab it! Grab it! Grab it! Oh. Wrong person grabbed it. Well, that's obviously pre-rendered. I guess that's one drawback to playing this game in HD at 60 frames per second is that every pre-rendered thing that was made for the GameCube era seems really obvious.
Mr. Kennedy, don't you know when it's time to throw in the towel?
What the hell is this game anyway?
Where's the satisfying sound of one's impalement?
Where's the
Off this old
kaboom?
trick.
I didn't hear the earth-shattering kaboom.
No more games! Kill him! Kill!
When did this turn into fucking Looney Tunes?
Quickly! We shall prepare for the ritual!
Jesus.
Leon.
What is this game? Do I have to do that whole puzzle over again as well? Okay, thank God. At least this game does checkpoints, right? Whew, okay. Oh, it's not done! Oh, shit. Well, that was the thing. Are we just not going to talk about it anymore?
So nice you could join us, Mr. Scott.
I guess not. Don't wonder, Leon. That only makes things worse. Quit my shotgun just to be safe. Oh no. Oh, fuck you. No. I'm running. Did I get it? No. I don't trust this thing to die. Oh, okay. That was scary as all hell. Alright. I'm gonna have to deal with more of that, aren't I? Okay. Oh, it's a different kind. Quick rifle. Don't dodge my attacks, you son of a bitch! No! Jesus. Whew, okay, got it. Of all the games I've played for the offensive, this one is probably my favorite so far, and there are many reasons why. I went into this game expecting the beginnings of the third-person shooter genre, because it kind of is. This was a revelation in gaming, but not one of those revelations. God, this series is so confusing. This changed the Resident Evil formula from pre-rendered scares to an intuitive and dynamic camera angle, always following the protagonist. But what actually changed? There's a video out there where a player used a cheat program to change the camera angle of RE4 to something more along the lines of the previous 3 games, and I think this highlights how little RE4 actually changed. Even with the modern Steam release and played with a DualShock 4, it still uses a single control stick. Pressing left or right doesn't strafe left or right, it turns. You can only fire by holding the right trigger and pressing square, which baffled me at first, being someone who's never played a Resident Evil game before, and was expecting more traditional third-person shooter controls. But unlike games like Red Dead Redemption, it feels like RE4 was actually built around it. Enemies very rarely use long or even mid-range weaponry. They slowly creep up to you, making it easier to land shots. And you do need to land shots. Ammo is in very short supply, and every bullet or shell counts. Even late in the game, I still relied on my knife way more than I thought I would when I began, because ammo is always scarce, even right before the final boss. The clunky controls, the lack of ammo, and the primitive enemies make the combat feel tense and gratifying. It's just right for a horror game. It's almost like a 3D translation of the original Castlevania's design. Your weapons are clunky to use and almost never quite adequate, but the enemy placement and intelligence is just slow enough for you to concoct inventive solutions for just about every fight. It's always a close shave. Or, failing that, a grisly death. And I do have to give the game credit. When the game is properly scary, it is so friggin' scary. Spoiler alert. Skip to this link to avoid spoilers. Chapter 2 takes place at night and in the rain, and it also introduces these creepy things that sprout out of people's heads when you shoot them. Maybe it was the way my monitor was set up, but I couldn't see a thing, and the whole time it felt like my heart was about to pound its way right out of my chest. And the regenerators. Holy shit. I don't think I've been as scared at an enemy in a video game since, well, the first Metroid and Metroid Prime. I know I bring up that game a lot, I'm sorry. And this is maybe a little scarier. Just the way they build it up with documentation in the first regenerator room and a body on the operating table that looks like it might be dead but maybe not, and then you hear the whisper. It's the scariest fucking thing. Whenever I heard their whispery laugh, my heart just filled to the brim with pure dread. It takes damn good game design to do that to me. But it's also a pretty silly game. I've been singing the game's praises this whole time, so I think it's time to rip into its one major damning flaw. It's pitiful writing. And even then, it's not really a bad thing. The dialogue in Resident Evil has always been really bad. As far as I know, anyway. And my god, in Resident Evil 4, it's laughable. I listened to Leon and Salazar bicker over the radio like children arguing what the best starter Pokemon is. And they say lines that feel like something a Ninja Turtle would say, not a weathered soldier who's witnessed some really creepy stuff. And that's not even mentioning the castle as a whole. The game goes from a genuinely scary and creepy village to a castle ripped straight from Scooby-Friggin-Doo. There are trapdoors, hedge mazes, fire-breathing dragon heads, a giant robot version of the castle's owner. What is this game? They went from genuinely frightening to the theme park version of Resident Evil. No, literally, there are roller coasters and shooting galleries. And then it goes to this island where it wobbles back and forth some more. Can't be Bond music and some mirror puzzles? Well, I hope you don't mind it when we throw in some super scary regenerators in there. See, we're still horror, right? I can't hate the game for this. After a while, I just couldn't be cynical anymore. I was grinning like a lunatic during the whole castle sequence, and for a good chunk of the final island. And when the game did decide to tone down the camp and bring in some atmosphere and regenerators, I pissed my pants with fear. I can't deny that any of it was effective. It was uncanny schlock, and that uncanniness fed right into the fear center of my brain, only to be triggered by a regenerator or a maniac with a chainsaw moments later, and I couldn't love it anymore for that. End spoilers. I went into Resident Evil 4, my first Resident Evil game, expecting a groundbreaking third-person shooter, and I didn't get that. What I did get was an insanely well-crafted, cheesy, and genuinely scary horror game. And I would advise anyone picking up this game with those same expectations to give them a quick re-evaluation. Or don't. It might be scarier that way. Next week, surprise, we move back into lovable, kid-friendly, rare action with Donkey Kong Country 2: Diddy's Conquest. I swear I didn't plan it out this way. Still, should be fun. See you then.